Welcome to another edition of Dragon Education. Now, before we get started today, I want to make a little honorable mention to a program that hopefully we're going to start seeing some instructional videos on as well. It's a new program I found. It's called Alight Motion. Yeah, A-L-I-G-T-D-H-T, Alight Motion. And what this program does is it lets you create all kinds of cool motion graphics. Now, you might have noticed the beginning credits and the end credits you'll see on this video today are a little different than what you're used to seeing, and that's all because of Alight Motion. And folks, that's the free edition. So if you subscribe, you get even more effects. So it's definitely worth checking out. That's for iOS users. Sorry, Windows users, but you know, you made your choice. All right, well, today we're going to be covering some more of Affinity Photo. I thought I'd get into some more of what it's capable of and what it can do. And to do that, I'm going to create a card. I create cards for my family members for birthdays and whatnot. You know, I just feel it's better to do something that takes my time and thought for somebody rather than run to the store and spend 20 bucks. So that's what I do. I create. So we're going to go ahead and get into that now. Let's go ahead and open up Affinity Photo. And we're going to use, as I always use, a 16:9 format. Now feel free to use whatever size document you wish to use. I prefer 16:9. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and hit the plus button right here, and that takes us into our opening screen where I'm going to pick new document, and we're going to go into, it's a preset in here if I can get to it. There we go. And just look down here, and it's 16:9, and yep, that should be good. Okay, here we go. Now let me go ahead and blow this up for you so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple of backgrounds, and I'm going to have a fade between the two backgrounds. Then I'm going to superimpose some text on that background with a reverse. So that's going to be kind of a cool looking effect. Then I'm going to add in some pictures for each theme. My son, he's into computers, he's into flying, and he's into his kid. So we're going to incorporate all three of those into this for a birthday card. So let's start with one background. And I'm going to go ahead and import that in. I have it saved in my files. So if we go to place right here, and we can place from photos, or we can place from the cloud. Now photos, obviously that comes from your camera roll. Cloud, however, will come from iCloud, or it can come from your file manager on your phone. So let me go into this here, backgrounds, there we got it, the matrix. Yeah, he's into that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and place this, and to place a photo, what we do is we tap and we drag across. And that way we can make that photo any size we want to start with. But I want to go ahead and cover the screen with it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, cover the screen. Okay. So now I'm going to add, let me go ahead and rasterize this. I like to do that because that just makes it all easy to work with. Rasterize, okay. Heck, we can do a rasterize and trim, and what that's going to do, if you notice, it's slightly past the edges. But when I do a rasterize and trim, see how that jumped back in, and now it's the exact dimensions of my 16:9. So we're going to add another background now, one that I have in the photos, I believe. Let me see here. Going to place again, this time from photos. Yeah, I'm going to use a Smog Original. That's my own painting, and we'll get into that program too someday. It's called Ibis Paint. If you ever watched Bob Ross, You ever watch Bob Ross? Well, you could do stuff exactly like Bob Ross. In fact, that's kind of my model for all this stuff. On IBIS Paint digitally without spending any money on canvas or oils. It's kind of cool. So anyway, we're going to pull in this here Smog Original. And we're going to pick that. And we're going to go ahead and place that on here. And you see that's not quite going to make it all the way across. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it right there. It's okay because I'm going to end up slicing this, remember, along the edge. So let me get this to fit in here the way I want it to. And we're going to have the airplane and all that is going to be on this side. So we'll do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and rasterize this picture. That just makes sure that I can work with it, because sometimes if it's not rasterized, I've noticed, you run into problems. It won't paint on it, or you know, if you ever run into that, you're trying to use the brush and it just won't paint, or you're trying to do something and it just will not do it, try rasterizing the layer and then try again. Wow, all of a sudden it works. So we've got that. Now, I kind of want to stretch this because I want it to, and it's still going to look okay. Yeah, it looks okay stretched. So we're going to go ahead and stretch it so it's the same size, because I'm going to go diagonally corner to corner. So I need to have the picture diagonal corner to corner. So now the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to do a fade where I'm fading from the front to the back. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and click our fade tool. That's right here. That's a gradient fade tool. They call it the fill tool, however, so don't get that confused. Fill tool means fade tool. Don't ask me why they named it that way. And I'm going to go ahead and pick linear. And it's really, I'm going to have the sky and the plane is going to be on the upper right, and the computers and whatnot is going to be down on the lower left. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line from corner to corner, if it'll let me. Oh, you got to make sure your layers sometimes it deselects your layer and selects nothing. So make sure your layer is selected. Then we're going to draw from corner to corner. Now, if it does something weird like what it just did, and it will do that to you, or sometimes it'll turn your picture black and white. That's always fun. And plus we forgot a step. But let me undo that. You've always got undo. No matter what, you always have undo. And you can undo in the list, or you can just take it back a step right here. So there we go, we undid. But what we forgot to do, and what we need to do first, is in this layer we need to go ahead and we need to mask the layer. Just mask layer. It's right here. Okay, it creates that little white box. Now let's draw our line again. Make sure we're on linear. Okay. And we're going to draw that line. Now, if you look at this line, you'll see one end of it's not there. This again. Okay. One end you have the gray, and the other end you have the white. Now, white means visible. Gray, or black, means you can't see it. So if I turn that gray to black, see how it just fades it out? Except we want that reverse. We want the sky up there, so we're going to turn that one to white. And this one down here, we're going to make black. Okay? But I want a more definitive line than what I've actually got. So all this is adjustable. I'm going to go ahead and put another dot kind of out here in the middle, and another one out here in the middle. Okay, now I can go ahead and make this dot black, and I can make this dot white, and see how that brings it together. Now our fade is just between the two middle dots. Okay, and then you can just drag this around and adjust it to where And when it does that, just hit undo. It is famous for doing that. It's a very, very touchy little thing here. But we want to create that line going across the middle. Just about like so. So it looks just like that. But because of the way I'm going to do this, I think I'm going to have this be a little bit more like this. A little bit more of an angle, a little bit more towards the center. Just like that. So when I'm happy with what I got, which I'm pretty happy with this right now, I can spread this out a little bit and make it a little fadier. Okay. I can even add more dots if I want. I can add another dot here and another dot here. And I can turn this first dot to like a grayer color. Instead of pure white, it can be just a little gray. And then this one here, it can be gray, and this one here can be kind of gray, but darker gray, and then black. So here we're going to have a lighter gray. And that one's white. And that just adjusts that fade even more. Okay, so once you're happy with your fade and the way it looks, go ahead and, what do we always do? What did we learn last time, folks? When we're done, we like it, we're good, we rasterize. That locks it in. And get out of your tool. Okay, so now that we've done that, I can actually go ahead and combine these two layers if I want. Or I can leave them the way they are. But I'm going to go ahead and combine them because I'm going to need to do something for my text effect. So let me go ahead and combine these two layers. Right there. And we're going to go ahead and merge selected. Now to select something, you just simply drag your pen across it. See how I'm just dragging across. Just drag across. And you can select multiple items or deselect multiple items just by dragging the pen across. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and create a brand new layer. And we're going to place this from the cloud again. And bring in the matrix all over again. I could have just copied the layers, I suppose, but this way works because you get more practice, right? Alright, so there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and place again, this time for my photos. And I'm going to bring in the same picture. And there it is. And we're going to go ahead and place that in here. And get it to size so it covers the matrix. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and rasterize. And we're going to go ahead and rasterize. Okay, so we're going to make a mask. And we're going to go ahead and take that. It's going to be a linear mask. Boom. There we go. Yes, that's what I want to see in reverse. Okay, black there, white there. Add our in-betweens. There, and that one's going to be gray, and that one's going to be gray. They're just not going to be quite as gray. There we go. And there we go. And these back a little bit. Well, actually, we're going to make this one here a little tighter. And try to follow the same line, but make it tighter. because we want to see it through our text better. Okay, so we got that, and we're going to go ahead and rasterize. And then we're going to go ahead and combine these two layers. Now we're going to add some text to the top of that. And remember how to add text, folks. We just go ahead and get our tool here. And we just draw it out. And we type. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Alright, we'll go ahead and into our text tool, which is this little a, remember? And we're going to go ahead and change our text font. And we're going to use the same font that we used on his, if I can find it, there it is, on his logo. So things kind of match in. Okay. So, shrink this down so I can see what I'm doing, because I want this text to actually fit on the card. There we go. And we're going to put it about right here. Get it squeezed down just about right. And here, remember, we're going to have a plane up on this other corner, so we don't want to be cutting into the plane. Alright, just about like that. So I'm going to go in here into select, and what I'm going to do is select tonal range, and I'm going to select highlights. Got to select my text first. Okay, select, and it's going to be the tonal range highlights. Maybe I have to rasterize first too. See, now what did I tell you? If something doesn't work, then you hit rasterize. Okay, now let's try that again. Select tonal range highlights. Oh, looky there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and invert the selection. And then I'm going to mask it. Yeah, that made everything go away. So I'm going to go ahead and rasterize that. I'm going to go ahead and invert the selection again. And mask it again. And nope, I think I skipped a step. Get out of that. I'm going to combine it with this layer. So let's merge those together. There we go. Now I'm going to mask it again. And when I do that, there we go. That's exactly the effect I wanted. So we can go ahead and deselect. As you can see now, I've got text that fades. And I'm going to go ahead and rasterize this and trim it. And that just basically is going to make it small and manageable. Alright, we'll get that out of the way for right now, because we got other stuff to add in here. Like I said, I'm going to put his airplane up on the top here. So we're going to bring that in. And that is already in our photos. Place from photos. And, well, no, it's not. Okay, it's in the other one then. We're going to use place, and we're going to place from the cloud. And back here. Transparencies. Yeah, there it is. Okay, bring in the airplane. And again, we just drag. There we go. And we've got his airplane flying the friendly skies. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now we're going to go ahead and let's see, we're going to want like a computer monitor. So I'm actually going to have to look up in here and see if we've got anything we can use That here is called Unsplash. It comes with the program. And if this doesn't work, we're going to actually have to go to Google. But let's see what we got. And now I'm getting all kinds of stuff I didn't want. But we go in here and we find something that we like that's going to fit. Maybe this one right here. It's like here's one. It's like a laptop. I'm going to find something that's going to be kind of easy to make it look nice without doing a whole lot of... Here's one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, as you can see, it makes it huge. So you got to back out a bit. Make it a little smaller the way we want it. And we just use 2 fingers here to pinch and zoom. So it's just the 2 fingers that I'm using. Those 2 blue dots are my fingers. Yeah, that'll be perfect. We're just going to reverse it and it'll be fine. So, I'm going to go ahead and mask this out really quick. And to do that, we have another cool tool in our masking section, and that is the Smart Mask, Smart Selection. And that's going to let me basically just select out this little laptop right here. And you've got add and subtract, because you see there's sections of it right here that, like right here, that didn't select too good, so I can go to subtract and refine that down. Right here on the screen that didn't get selected at all this in the middle here. So we have a nice clean looking edge. And then we further refine this by hitting the refine button. Get rid of the stuff I don't want. Just use add and subtract and keep working it back and forth until your dotted line basically follows the edge of whatever it is you want to mask out. Okay, then we hit the refine button, and that's right here. And that will further fix up your edges, and if you have a little problem like down here in the corner, you can just make it repair that little problem. And a little bit right here. And you also can manually come in here and do the foreground, background. Okay. You can have an overlay look, you can have a matte look there. You can see how it's going to look on your actual picture. Okay. So you have all kinds of possibilities. And once you're done, you hit apply. And then we're going to go ahead and mask the layer again. Or rasterize, I'm sorry. And we deselect. And I want it to face the other way, so I'm going to go in here into my transform tool and flip it. Probably not on the way. Rasterize that first. Rasterize and trim. Okay, now we can come in here and we can flip it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sometimes it's just one of those days. I'm going to shrink that down. Oops. I want to do that. Shrink it down. There we go. So we can see. And we'll make this a little bigger. And I'm going to block out the screen now because I don't want the screen to actually look like it does. So to do that, the easiest thing would be to just create a rectangle. Okay, we have achieved rectangle. Now, I'm going to have to tweak that obviously to make it fit right. First of all, let's make it black. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and get out of our rectangle mode so we're not creating a million rectangles. There we go. And we'll get it to fit over the screen here. And we can use our perspective tool to actually make this fit perfectly. Zoom in here so we can see. Get it kind of close so it fits. And then we'll come in here under filters, and under filters we're going to go to distortions and then perspective, and that's going to let us just put it right at the edges of the screen, right where we want this rectangle to be, so that it covers the screen. There we go. And we hit apply. There we go. Okay. And we go ahead and merge that down. There we go. Okay, now it's all one piece. So we're going to bring in his logo now. And that is also going to be on the cloud. Wherever we put it. Probably in his movie stuff. Nope. Okay, lose it. Ah, there it is. And we're going to bring that in. Oh, yeah. And we're going to put that right on the screen, but we got to adjust that perspective again so it looks right. So we go back under here, and the same perspective. And we're just going to make it match up with the screen. It really does help to blow this up. So as you can see what you're doing. And we just basically want to follow along the lines of this laptop here. So it looks like it's on the screen. That looks pretty good. Okay. There we go. See, now it fits. Perfect. Okay. So that's another layer. Now I wanted to bring him and his son into the middle, and I also want to add my happy birthday back right there. So let's open that up. There we go. And I want to have him and his son kind of in the middle. So I think I've got that picture in on my photos. Yep, there it is. And yes, my son served in the Army. So that's what we're going to be seeing here. And that's Jaden, my grandson. And we're going to put them kind of in and behind and through this whole picture right here. And what I'm going to do with this is going to be another fade, but this time it's going to be a round fade. I'm just going to do like an oval. So let me first get the color a little better on that. That looks horrible. The color is just like, whoa. Skin tones are horrible. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit. Just bring a little bit of to it. Put some colors to be a little bit more vibrant. And yes, less yellow. Yeah, that's a little better right there, wouldn't you say? Okay, we'll go with that. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to create a mask on this layer, which we're going to rasterize. Now we're going to create a mask. And we're going to go back to our tool, but this time we are going to pick elliptical. And elliptical is going to let us do, yes, just that, a circle. Circle right out to here. Put that in the middle. Make that edge there black. And we're going to make another dot right there and make it gray. That dot about right there and make it white. Now I just need to adjust. And that's pretty good right there. Boom, right off the top. Boom, looks good. Okay, so I'm going here and I'm going to go ahead and rasterize. Always rasterize. Okay, now we can move things around and arrange them. What? Make them just a little bit bigger. And we're going to go in kind of like right in the middle. And this is nice. It gives you like guidelines to get things centered for you. Okay, so they're going to go in behind the laptop. But they're going to be in front of Happy Birthday. Oh, that puts them behind it. Oh, yeah, behind that too. That makes that stand out. Okay, we're starting to look good, folks. Now let's make our text pop a little bit. Background's off just a little bit there. So we'll select our text, and we're going to go into effects. That's right above the A. That's right here. Okay, into effects. And let's create a shadow. And I want that shadow to be darker. Makes our text pop out even more. And I see I've got a little glitch there on my text I'm going to have to fix. I'm going to go in there and fix that real quick. And put an outline. This time we're going to use like one of the colors from down here. So we'll use can't see the color from down there. Okay, well we'll use this color right here. Kind of like that. It's very close anyway. And let's see what we get. Oh yeah, see how that makes it jump out? And that blends it in and makes it look really cool. Okay. So, but I think before I do that, I'm going to get rid of this blemish. So I'll come with my eraser here and just get rid of that. Whatever it is, wherever it came from, go home. We don't want you. Now let's do an outline. Let's see what we get. Bunch of weird stuff. We can get rid of that one. Okay. There, that's better. Okay, now we will rasterize. And we lost our cyber guy that needs to go in front. There we go. And there you have it, folks. A nice little picture. And this is just some of the stuff you can do with Affinity Photo. And sorry for all the little bugs and pops there, but programs glitch and sometimes they have issues, and sometimes your pencil's real sensitive, and sometimes you just forget stuff. It's okay, because you gotta undo, and you know, nothing's so permanent in here that you can't work with it. So I think I showed you that too. Even if you're, you know, brand new at this, you can trial and error and make things go, and you can make it work for you. So folks, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you the next time for Dragon Education.